One thing that I do like about this is the way they've set up the new exercise stuff. Welcome to the Better Buy, where I give you the information you need on the stuff you want so you can make the better buy. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the Ultra OS that just came out and the things that I like about it and why it might be something that you would also enjoy using. So let's get into it. First off, we've got the 6 complications now, so you've got 3 little circles that you can place. I really like that because I like to be able to grab a bunch of information at a glance and then use it. We've also got the time really clearly, and you can add seconds there if you want to. And then, but I've got the seconds running around the edge, which I really like. And then you've got this middle section, which is I use as to-do lists. But if we tap here and swipe over, you can obviously have it set up for the weather. And then I've got my books and some of the other complications there. Really nice, simple, easy to use. So let's run through a couple of things with this. First off, in order to switch the watch face now, you have to hold down and then swipe over. I actually really like that because before sometimes I would catch stuff and it would switch watch faces, things like that. I'm really glad they changed that. As far as like getting into the settings that you used to, instead of swiping up to get to all of these settings, you have to press the side button, which I think is actually a good change. It's taken me a little bit to get used to, but the main thing here is that now you're not going to be pressing this side button, I think, as often, and it's much more natural when it's on your wrist to just swipe up to find these little not complications, but apps that you use regularly, which is a nice change. I don't think it's necessary to have the date and the time here. Realistically, it should probably just be like that. As soon as you get it, you see you've still got the date and the time, but it's not taking up the space. So that's something that I would say Apple should change, but it's not a huge deal right now. They can fix it later. We're just going to swipe down to get out of this screen. I guess I have to go all the way down like that. So the thing about this screen in general is that you don't have to have all the complications, but if you're someone that likes a lot of information quickly, then this is a really great setup. I've got the temperature for the day, I've got the weather for the day, the wind for the day. This is my next alarm that's going off. I've got the sunrise, sunset, and the tides right there. Really nice. Plus, I've got my to-do list right here. So if I was to tap this, it's going to let me get straight into the to-do list, and I can see run 1 mile. If I go ahead and tap that, because I did already run a mile, it should register. I will say the OS is still not as snappy as I would like it to be for this part. So like it's still not going. So that's something that I think Apple needs to work on. But then we'll see that now instead of run 1 mile, it should update to play with family. So maybe some things need to be sped up. I mean, this is the Apple Watch Ultra. While it's not the Ultra 2, it's supposed to be the highest end, snappiest version of their watch. So I'd like to see some extra speed there. Always been some slowness with that. However, if you click on this guy, we've got the same settings. I've got obviously the do not disturb turned on so it doesn't mess with you guys. And then another thing that I really like is the auto feature for the night mode when it goes red. But in order to show that to you, I have to go into here. We have to click edit, and then I can scroll down to off or turn it straight on so you can see exactly what that night mode looks like. I really like this feature. It does a really good job of sensing when the light is on or off. And I know that when I watched the keynote, I was wondering if they were going to bring this to the Ultra because they kept talking about it like it was just for the Ultra 2 with the sensor, but it definitely works really well. And honestly, it works all the time. So like if you're in the dark and you walk past a light, it'll switch over. And then if you go back in the dark, it'll switch back. So that's been nice. If you want to turn that off, it's certainly an easy thing to do. You just go into this setting and then swipe one way or the other. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and put it back into auto. So there we go. All right. As far as setting up the different things you want, that's really easy to do running through the apps. I'm not going to go through that. One thing that I do like about this is the way they've set up the new exercise stuff. So if I click here, not there, I'm still getting used to this, and I go to the outdoor workout or whatever workout you're doing, one thing that they've changed is now when you go to end a workout, it doesn't just end it immediately. Or if you're going to pause a workout and you accidentally hit the stop one, you don't just lose the workout. And I found this out this morning, which was really nice. So if you swipe over and you're going to hit the end button, it's going to double check with you. And it offers you the opportunity to start a new workout. This was huge for me. There has been several times where I was trying to just pause the workout really quickly and I swiped over to hit the pause and I just saw the X and I'm thinking stop the workout, not end the workout. And I killed my workout, which was frustrating. One thing that's also nice is that now that you can just go to a new workout, if you've done like a 2 to 3 mile warm up and now you're getting into a workout, it's going to cover that and you can just hop into the next workout. So I like that. There's also a way to do the segment right there and the start. They got rid of some of those extra things. There was some other stuff here that's not necessary and they cleaned that up, which is nice. As far as like controlling music or sound or podcasts, it now looks like this, which is a nice change. Overall, just an aesthetic difference, not really a functional difference. The main functional differences come with the button press and the swipe up stuff, which is nice. And then obviously the not having to automatically end a workout when you do it. They do have a little thing at the top now that if you tap that, it does do a pretty good job of recognizing that you've hit that section. So I like that whatever app you're in, it does a really good job. And that's even with this little weather circle there. If I tap just a little bit lower, it gets it. The nuanced ability of the display to recognize exactly where you're tapping it, I think is nice. All right, and that's been good for me. So we are actually going to go ahead and end this workout, and now we're good to go. All right, and those are some of the main features that I've really enjoyed about the new software. There's some other little stuff, just the way that the messages pop up is much cleaner. The way that you interact with messages is cleaner. Like if I was to click into, shoot, I did it again. Click into my messages stuff, it now has your favorites at the top. So again, I would say overall, they've done a good job cleaning up the UI, and they've added some extra features that I think are really useful. I hope that this helped you. Maybe consider some of the things that you'll do with your own Apple Watch if you get one, and I love it. I also like having the little seconds running around there, because normally I would have them over here just because I like to know the seconds, but now I don't have to think about it. So overall, I hope that this gave you some information that you can use, and if nothing else, I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel to get more information on tech and stuff that you're interested in. I'll see you in the next one.